Hey guys, how are you? So it's early morning here. I think it's like 6:30 in the morning, Monday, 4th of October. Okay, so the last night and this morning I've been having fun trolling scammers using my identity and then revealing myself. It's been a lot of fun. They really think we're stupid. They really do, and unfortunately a lot of people don't know any better and they get hooked. Pardon me. And people get angry, and I know I've been very angry the last nearly 4 years about these people stealing my identity to take innocent people's life savings. And rightly so, because it's not easy, and people, have given over thousands of dollars. These scammers have made millions using my identity, millions of dollars. But while we're all warning people about these scammers, while we're trolling them and people are losing their life savings because they're desperate, we must also remember that the scammers themselves may have no other choice to feed their family. I'm not saying scamming's okay, absolutely not. It's never okay to scam. But if you find out where these scammers are and who they are, you will find quite a few of them. It's the only way they can feed their family. It's the only way they can live is by stealing from others. Not all of them. Some of them are professionals. Some of them just want to make money. But there are others, the lower ranks, probably the ones we're talking to. They're doing the dirty work for the professionals. And it's these lower ones that, their family may have been threatened. You work for us or we'll kill your family. They may live in some kind of third world war-torn location where they don't have jobs, but they need money to feed their family and to live. So while we're condemning the scammers for doing this to people, we must also send them compassion, because we don't know their story. We don't know where they've come from. We don't know their living conditions. Some innocent person falling victim to their scam may actually be feeding their family for that week or that month or even that year. Sometimes people do the most horrible things to others because it's the only way they can survive that they know how. And this is where we need to show them that while their behavior and their actions is not okay, there are other ways that you can make a living. There are other things that you can do. Instead of scamming people, maybe help people. We just have to show them how. We just have to be the ones that says, yeah, what you've done is not okay. But now let me show you a different way. Some of these people are so lost, so clouded by poverty, disease. Some of these people may not even have somewhere to live. They may live in the outback of Africa or something, and you're feeding, you being scammed, you're actually feeding the whole village for a month. Many people want scammers, criminals, locked up. Throw away the key. How dare you do this to me? But not many people stop and think of how that person became to do what they do to get them there. Or how their upbringing, how their life, their social status. People don't think. This is how I've been able to be okay with where I live and use it to my benefit. Everyone here in this homeless motel has a story to tell. They've all got here for some reason. Some through floods, some through fire. You know, they have nowhere to live because their house is burned down or flooded, or they're escaping domestic violence. Oh, look, another homeless person. Hang on. What happened to them? How did they get here? This motel also acts as a halfway house for people coming out of prison until accommodation is found for them. Oh, another criminal. Another one. Okay, they did time in jail, but why? What was their crime? How did they get to a point where they committed that crime? Did they even commit that crime in the way that it says? People steal and commit crimes and abuse others for all kinds of reasons, and it's not always bad. Sometimes it literally is a fight for survival. And while you sit in your nice house and you have a job and chatting away on social media, these people are literally starving to death, potentially. Scamming people might be the only way to feed their child who is literally skin and bone, or to provide shelter. Or maybe it's a way of getting their family back that's been trafficked or something. Work instead of just sex trafficking, maybe, you know, they take a family member and threaten you. You work for me, you'll get your family member back. I won't harm your family member if you work for me. You'll survive as long as you work for me. Some people, we don't know their story. We don't know why they scam. We don't know why they've stolen my identity. We know who's behind it, but we don't know why the lower levels agree to it or do it. So while we're condemning their behavior and their actions, we also need to send them compassion and love. We need to show people that see no other way that there is another way. If they need money, they can help people and make money at the same time, instead of taking people's hard-earned money, instead of taking people's life savings. They can turn their lives around, and we have to be willing with an open heart to welcome these people, to help them see there is another way. Otherwise, we're no better than them. We're no better than the controllers, the ones who pull the strings behind the scams. We have to step up and be the leaders. We have to show the world there is hope. There is another way. Not all is lost, and we can help them. Why? Because that's who we are. That's what we do. Be the leader that you want to see. Be the leader that you want to be. I was asked the other day if people came to me that I know have trashed me and abused the crap out of me over the years, if they came to me asking for help, would I help them? And I said yes. And they said, why? They've abused you so much. They've given you death threats. They've wished you dead, locked up in Gitmo and executed. Because they don't know any better. They didn't research. They didn't think for themselves. They just assumed. And then they weren't in control of their emotions, so they let their emotions take over, and here we are. There is always another way. Always. And it begins with us opening our hearts and showing love and compassion to people who may not have another choice at the moment because they don't know. So while we're letting the scammers know their behavior and actions is not okay and will cause karma for themselves, remember to be compassionate to them as well, because we just don't know what their situation is or why they're doing it, and there's always a reason. And for most of us, we couldn't even begin to understand why they do it or what the reason is. Just remember, compassion and love will always win. There's always light at the end of the tunnel for someone with an open heart. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Talk to you later.